Hello everyone, in today's video we're diving deep into the world of Google Tag Manager and Google Analytics 4. Specifically we'll be talking about why conversion tracking and click tracking are like the essentials for any digital marketing strategy. So basically before we begin I just want to know that this is not a complete tutorial. This is essentially an introduction, as literally the same thing we did for the Facebook ads and launching the first campaign. So this is an introduction of the tools such as Google Tag Manager and Google Analytics 4, which I said they are essentials for your business. We'll be covering the basics to get you familiar with how they work. So before we get into the importance of tracking, let's quickly just break down what Google Tag Manager and GA4 actually are. And those are the accounts. This is a Google Analytics 4 account of my friend that I have set up some basic elements so that he can follow what is happening on his landing page. So we can see a dashboard of a Google Analytics 4 here and Google Tag Manager. So let's just try to break down what are those. So when it comes to Google Tag Manager, that is like a management system that makes it easy to add and update tracking codes, or also known as tags, on your website or app without needing to modify the code directly. Alright, so it acts as a centralized dashboard where you can manage various tags such as Google Analytics, Google Ads, and other third-party services. GTM simplifies the process of implementing marketing and analytics tool, saving your time and reducing the need for developer assistance, which is a pretty crucial point when it comes to the flexibility of your business. So that flexibility helps ensure accurate data tracking, faster updates, and smoother campaign management. When it comes to tags, this is the section here. And you will see some basic tags here that I set up for him. Yeah, alright. So as you can see, we have the tags such as add to cart GA4, buy it now, click, GA4 basic configuration, get PDF access now, scroll 50%, scroll 90%, and website visitors. Alright, so tags are snippets of code of tracking pixels that are used to collect data or integrate with other tools like Google Analytics or Google Ads or Facebook Pixel, etc., etc. So tags can track things like page views, I don't know, what are you optimizing your campaigns for, like form submissions, clicks, or even more advanced events. Alright, you can basically choose whatever you need and whatever you consider as a good match for your business. Essentially, they send data to various platforms to measure user behavior, which is very important. Now we have the triggers, this one here. Triggers are basically, they're equal to conditions, alright? So those are the conditions that tell GTM when to fire a certain tag. A trigger can be based on user actions like clicking a button, viewing a page, submitting a form, making a purchase, or even interacting with the specific elements on your website, such as, clicks of the certain buttons. Let's just use for an instance that you have a WhatsApp click button on your website. So the trigger would be when someone clicks that button, alright? And the tag would be fired. So basically, in other words, triggers determine when your tag should be activated or fired, alright? And now we have, okay, let's try with this one here first. So the first trigger here would be 50% scroll. That's what I named it. So that is literally, we are able to track when someone scrolls until the halfway of your website journey, alright? Let's just use for an instance someone clicks your ad, someone enters your landing page, and then that person starts to scroll down. As soon as that person reaches the half of the page, this trigger would be activated here, and then that tag that we named it before would be fired as well. Alright? So we have triggers such as 50% scroll, add to cart clicks, buy now, click. This is a button here, alright? So you can basically see all elements, click text contains buy it now. So whenever someone clicks the text, or clicks the button actually, which contains the text that I provided here, and that is buy it now, the tag would be fired. We can also check checkout page visit trigger, get PDF access, because he provides some kind of free PDF access for all of the purchasers. Scroll 90% and test window loaded checkout. So the third section here would be variables. This is kind of advanced, but it's also very important to use. So those are like dynamic elements that capture specific values or conditions that GTM needs to fire a tag or trigger. So for example, a variable could capture the URL of the page a user is on, the click text of a button, or even transaction data, like the total value of a purchase. So variables allow you to create more personalized and flexible triggers and tags. Um, I will get back to that later. I will show you some examples of how should we do that. So if we are making a summary of all of those three sections here, that would be like the tags are the things that send data to other platforms like Google Analytics or Google Ads. Triggers decide when to activate tags based on user actions, and the variables could like capture the dynamic informations like average order value, the purchase value, etc., etc. So they capture dynamic information to make triggers and tags more specific. All right. So basically, those three components here work together in GTM to track and measure user behavior on your website or app efficiently. So now you're wondering probably why should we connect GA4 and GTM? Because in that way you're getting a deeper insight of what are your customers or clients or visitors on your website actually doing when you're on your website. All right, so Google Tag Manager lets us like easily manage all our tracking codes in one place, and without it you would literally have to manually edit your website's code every time you want to add or update a tag. So with GTM you can update Google Ads, Google Analytics 4, Facebook Pixel, and the others from one dashboard actually. So this is literally good for saving the time and ensuring like consistency across all your tracking. Connecting GA4 with Google Ads through GTM allows you to track conversions. So basically, we are also able to make the conversion actions in Google Analytics 4, and then trying to optimize. Then we are trying to optimize those campaigns that we are trying to publish and the campaigns that we run. We are optimizing for the events, particularly formed in Google Analytics 4 or Google Tag Manager. All right. So this one here is good for cross-platform tracking. So Google Analytics 4 tracks user activity across both your website and mobile app if you have it. When integrated with Google Ads, that gives you like a holistic view of how users interact with your ads, ensuring you're optimizing across all platforms, which is essential. I repeat that. For example, I will just show you what I made for my friend. This is for my friend, like to track some essential information about his landing page. So basically, add to cart GA4. How would you do that? Before all of these events here, you need to connect your Google Analytics 4 account with Google Tag Manager, which is pretty easy to do. You would do that through the data streams, and I will show you how to do that. So I will cover this right now. We'll have guide, measurement ID. So here you see the section in the right corner, measurement ID. That is something that you would use in order to connect GA4 with Google Tag Manager. And yeah, those are some additional options here, but I think that I will make a video specifically about connecting those two. I don't want to spend the time on that right now. So let's start with this one here. Tag, the first tag. For example, we want to track when someone clicks button which contains like buy it now text. Alright, so we go to tag, we name it of course, and for the purpose of this video I will just put that tutorial trails buy it now click. Alright, so tag configuration, if you previously like connected Google Analytics 4 with Google Tag Manager, you would choose this one here. So let's go step by step one more time. So you name your tag, all right? And you go to tag configuration. For example, we can use some Google Ads conversion tracking or for remarketing, but for the purpose of this video, we're going with Google Analytics 4. So send an event to Google Analytics 4. We click that. Measurement ID. We already like passed that. I already showed you that in data stream, so you would just copy and paste it here. For example, that would be something like this. Yeah, okay, wait a second. I need to do that. So this is our measurement ID and event name. That is the name of how we want to be displayed in Google Analytics for reports. And that would be tutorial at Rails. I always like name it the same as I name it the tag. So buy it now, click. Those are the parameters and properties that you don't need to change. The straightforward thing would be to go and choose your trigger. So what would be a trigger? We can like choose a huge variety of triggers here. So these are the triggers that I already set up, alright? And this is a buy it now click, but I will show you like step by step how to do that. At Rails tutorial, tutorial, buy it now click trigger. Alright, and now you go to trigger configuration. As we said before, what are the triggers? Those are the conditions that tell GTM when to fire a tag. So we made a tag, buy it now click, but we need a trigger for that tag. So a trigger can be based on user actions, alright? Like certainly clicking that button that we are making right now. So we would go with this one here, click all elements. So that is a trigger, once again, and we named it. So we go to some clicks because we don't want to track all of the clicks because there is no point in that actually. I mean, I hope you agree with me. So some clicks. Now we are adding a condition for that click. This is the thing that I choose the most because, I mean, of course that you would like to separate all of your buttons on your landing page, on your website, etc., in order to track everything properly. So basically, let's say that you have a button which contains the text buy it now. So he has a button and that button contains the tags buy it now. So we are choosing the condition of the trigger. So click text, I mean you can choose a lot of here. So basically you can track almost everything. We have some built-in variables and you like go with new variable. And this is kind of advanced, alright? So we will just stick to this one here, which is automatically set it up. And that would be click text contains buy it now. Alright. So now you're wondering what is going to happen. Someone enters your website and someone visits your page, alright? Someone clicks the button which contains the text buy it now click, or that could be any other click, any other text, any other button which contains any kind of text, but we need to name it here. So that person clicks that button which contains the tags buy it now, alright, and then the tag, wait a second, we will publish this one here, and then this tag here, alright, then the tag would be fired, and I will show you that like in live. So this one and this one, we are going to preview that. This is like the kind of testing the tag that you already set up. So we will hub this one here. Now take a look at this one here. We are going to test that. Right, connect. Now we are connecting that. If everything is set up properly, you would see the text which says connected here in the left corner. So now, what did we say? Buy it now. Alright? Let's see. I mean, for an instance. Okay, first of all, sorry for the sudden interruption of the recording. Only when I started to edit the video, I noticed that the recording stopped at one point, so I was recording a new video. Sorry once again. So, and now I don't remember where did I stop. Yeah, I think that we stop at variables, this section here. So, if we want to delve deeper into the essentials of the variables, I mean, this is kind of advanced option. And certainly I'm planning to like record a few more tutorials on this topic here, but just for you to know at this moment, the variables are like advanced containers for the data, for the dynamic data used to make your tags, triggers, and other configurations. So those variables can store values extracted from your website, such as page URLs, transaction details, the purchase values, the purchase currency, user interactions, etc., etc. So we basically, when we go here to variables and we want to configure a new one, we have the built-in variables, which are already like, as the word says itself, built in previously. That is like a group of basic options, and we have a user-defined variables. Alright, so built-in variables are pretty much straightforward, and as you can see, those are page URL, hostname, path, refer, event. And when it comes to clicks, which we will be following today, it has like click element, click classes, ID, target, URL, and text. So for the purpose of this video, we're going with the tags. But before that, I want you to explain what is the user-defined variables here. So for example, let's say for an instance that you would like to track the average order value of your purchase. So someone buys a product, all right, but you want to build an audience in GA4 of the people who only purchased over a certain amount of money. For example, of the people who purchased with a cart more valuable than $50. That is the thing that we are going to do through data layer variables. I think this is a little bit advanced here for you, so I will just pass by this, and I think that I will record another tutorial for that one, like in the next few weeks when I catch the time. So let's just keep stick to this one here. I just wanted to show you how all of those things work together. So as I said, it will be related to tags and to triggers. So basically, when we want to track a certain click on our website or our landing page, this is my friend's landing page. I will cover all of these things because of his privacy, but it's not a big deal anyways, because this store isn't running anymore, to be honest. So this is my friend's landing page for some kind of course or something like that, and let's put that aside. All right, let's just try to track and to keep and store and obtain the information in Google Analytics 4 when someone clicks this button here. So apparently you can see that by yourself. Like on this button, it includes the text which says buy it now. Alright, that's something that I already explained, but I wasn't recording that video because I had some issues with my recording software. So yeah, buy it now button. Alright, so I already have that tag. I already have everything set it up because I set up that for him like a few weeks ago, but for the purpose of the video, I'll just go straight forward to that part and set up everything again. So what did we say? First, we make the trigger, alright? And what are the triggers? Triggers are the actions that are firing our tags. So the first action that we want to track would be, I will like name it tutorial click buy now trigger, alright? And we go to this part here. I mean, as you can see, you're able to choose your trigger type, and you can choose, like, there is variety of those types, like page view, click, user engagement, scroll that. Scroll that, by the way, one of my favorite ones. I will explain that later. We will go with click and all elements. So we don't want certainly to track all of those clicks. We just want to track some clicks. Alright, and now we are giving literally like the rule of when those tags should be fired, or in this case, in this scenario here, when should a trigger be fired. So we don't want all clicks. Alright, I will repeat that. Don't check this one. We only want to track the button which contains the tag such as buy it now. Alright, so click text contains, you can choose like click text, page hostname, but for those links here, I mean, you have this one. Click ID, click classes, click element, click target, click URL, and click text. I mean, click text is the most convenient method that I use in most cases, and in the vast majority of cases, that would be the only option that you would need to use. Of course, for some kind of more advanced trackings, you would use like click ID or click classes, but it's pretty much the same point. And the thing that I like about the Google Tag Manager is that there is like 20 variations for one simple thing to do, and nothing is strict, right? So click text. I will explain that once again. So when someone clicks your button, which includes a particular click, a particular text, sorry, the tag or the trigger would be fired. So some clicks, click text, contains, and now we go to that button. It says buy it now. You need to write the same text as it's published on the button, right? Otherwise it won't work. It won't be figured out. So buy it now, and we will place that here. Buy it now. Alright? You can add some additional informations here, but there is no need for that in this moment. So that's it. That is a trigger. Alright? Click text, some clicks, contains buy it now. Save. Now, do you know what we are going to do? 5 seconds is enough for you. So if you set tags, that would be totally correct. Now we are going to set up a tag. Alright? And that would be a tag which would be triggered by the trigger we made like a minute ago. So tutorial tag buy it now. Tag configuration, as I explained before, we are going with the Google Analytics 4 event because we already, oh, wait a second. So we need to put a data stream here. I don't know it. Wait a moment. This one. Event name. I mean, the event name, I already explained you that. That is the name that you want to see in your Google Analytics 4 dashboard when you're taking a deeper insight of your day or your business within a certain period of time. So that would be like, I will just name it here because I want to delete all of those later. Tutorial, Google Analytics 4, buy it now, tag. I mean, it's not important. Now, you set it up a tag, alright, for your Google Analytics 4 event. That is a Google Analytics 4 configuration. What would be the trigger? The trigger would be when someone clicks a button which contains buy it now text. And this is, this is the one. So we are choosing that. And literally that's it. You're ready to go, alright? So you just click save. And now you have an option here. Now when we set everything we wanted, we have like an option for preview. There we can go to the Google Tag Assistant where we'll be able to check like everything before publishing. And we will be able to change those things and to check these things before publishing to see if everything works perfectly, if everything works properly. So how to do that? You will go to this button here. Alright? I hope you can see the cursor. And we click there on a preview. So now we are being redirected to the Google Tag Assistant. This is the place where you should put your URL here. Go connect. It says not connected, but it's not connected yet. Yeah, that's it. So now, take a look at this one. You literally have a dashboard on your left side, and those are the tags that are fired already, and those are the GA4 basic configuration and website visitor, and those are the tags that are not fired. So, let's show the tags that are not fired, and this is our tag here, alright? That tag is waiting to be fired, but when it will be fired? As soon as we click buy now button. So let's do that. Let's go here, and wait a second, I will provide you. So now take a look. That tag here, which is not fired, would disappear from here and it will go here, alright, as soon as I click the button. So 1, 2, 3, bang. Alright, so basically wait a second, I will just turn this off here. So basically what happened, we gave the permission to tag to be fired based on the action that a user took on a website. And in this particular scenario here, that was clicking on a button which contains the text buy it now. So what that does then, we go to the live reports from Google Analytics 4 here, alright? Just give me a moment, real-time overview. So here you can see, I will cover this one here because it's certainly like publishing my private, my personal information, such as my address and things like that. But I don't want you to see that, to be honest. Um, okay, wait a second. Now, these are the events. Okay, and what is the event that was fired? You can guess. Tutorial GA4 buy it now, and that literally happened a second after someone clicked the website, and you would be able to have a deeper insight of all of those informations that are like essential for your business. You will have all of these informations in Google Analytics 4, and that is the essential purpose of connecting Google Tag Manager and Google Analytics 4. Like, to know what are your users doing, what are the potential customers doing, what are the pages that you spend a lot of time on, what are the pages that is opposite of that. For example, they don't spend the time at all. All right, so I think that I will finish this video here right now. On the next video, I think that I will like determine some more time, like few more hours for sure, to explain you what are those variables and how can you make literally the combinations of those videos, not videos, sorry, combinations of those tags, triggers, variables. You can literally track everything, even the scroll depth, and that is a topic that would be for itself. I will explain you that in more details as soon as I catch the time. Pretty booked these days, so let's just try to make a brief summary here. All right, what are the tags? What are the variables? What are the triggers? All right. So what did we say? The tags are the code snippets that are added to a website for tracking, or like if you want to integrate a third-party tool such as Google Analytics, Google Ads, or Facebook Pixel. In this particular case, we used a Google Analytics configuration. So tags like send data or trigger actions like tracking page visits, clicks, or whatever, and they literally send the data to you, right? The tags provide you with the data. What are the triggers? Those are the rules, as I said before, that define when a tag should be fired or executed, all right? So what is the function of trigger one more time? Trigger, like triggers specify the conditions under which a tag is activated, and that is the best explanation. I can't explain you better than that, such as a page load, button click, or form submission eventually. Variables, yeah, I will explain you, but we will get deeper into that on the next tutorial. So variables are dynamic values that can be used in both tags and triggers, alright? So variables can be used in both of these sections, even for the tags, even for the triggers, of course with a different purpose. So variables store data that is specific to a particular user, such as, I don't know, like G-Click ID, if you know what is that, but yeah, we will cover that topic as well. I don't know, like product ID, the order value, the transaction detail, etc., etc. So they are used to customize tag and trigger behavior. All right. So the trigger with a variable implemented in will not act as the same as the trigger without the variable implementation. So that would be it for today. I hope you enjoyed the video and probably see you on the next one. Alright, bye bye.